So hello everyone, I wanted to share something that I just finished making. So here, as you can see, I will explain this further, but let's start from the beginning. So what I did was I firstly wrote a custom Verilog code for fast Fourier transform, and here you can see the code. This is in Verilog, and I've written all the logic here in finite state machine form, and here it goes to different stages of the FFT. Let me focus it. Yeah, so here, and then I basically this code uses single FFT unit and it calls it all the time, and this is sequential, so it is using RAM and it is using the same logic to basically compute every two values every time. Okay, so here I've stored some indexes as referred in the butterfly diagram, and then I basically did simulation of this and I plotted the output using Python from VS Code here, and as you can see, this is the this is the output that I am getting for some signal that I am inputting. So this is a magnitude spectrum, and this is just using Python, right? Next, what I did was I configured this thing in Vitis, and here I have written the C code for basically configuring all the IP cores that I've used for displaying the HDMI output. Okay, so for HDMI output you have to use certain video DMA IPs and all. This is the Vivado block diagram, and here you can see there's lots of IPs that are being used for HDMI output. Here is my custom module which is writing to a block RAM here, and then we are reading the block RAM from the PS using this BRAM controller, and when I run this you can see the output in the display. And here I am using a capture card since I don't have HDMI monitor here, so I am just using this HDMI video capture to directly see the output in my camera app. And here currently I am inputting nothing, so you are seeing only DC bin as high since we are not using a DC block here. Now if I input, let's say, a value 1 kilohertz sine wave and 500 millivolts, I cannot exceed 1 volt on these XADCs, so let's run it, and here you can see the output. We are getting the peaks, and I plotted all the 256, so you are getting the mirror here and down the middle, and this is basically your entire FFT. So here I haven't basically labeled right now the bins yet, but I'll do that later. Here you can see the response, and then I'll change the frequency to, let's say, 500 hertz, and here you can see we have gone into 500 hertz, so the peaks have moved a little bit. One thing I'm not very sure of is when I increase the frequencies, somehow the magnitude changes. So 1 kilohertz, and then if I go to 2 kilohertz, it further goes, it's going to correct position, but the amplitude is kind of decreasing. I'm not sure what's the reason yet. Maybe it is the FFT module, I don't know. Maybe it's the XADC whose frequency characteristics we are seeing, most probably that only. So this is one thing, but we'll see. And here you can see basically every other frequency we can plot here, and yeah, this is it that I wanted to show you guys, and thank you for watching. See you later.